The Las Vegas Desert Dogs are bouncing north with a historic win under their belt. An epic comeback versus Vancouver Emden, their first win in franchise history. The Saskatchewan Rush, meanwhile, are at 500, but could be a perfect 4-0 if not for a pair of overtime losses. It's the Las Vegas Desert Dogs and the Saskatchewan Rush, and it's coming up next. The National Lacrosse League is live from the SaskTel Center. It's Cody Jans and John Fraser with you from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan on Treaty 6 territory this evening as the NLL unites to support Every Child Matters. We've got the orange ties and the pins this evening on a very special few weeks for the league.
Absolutely, Cody. I love the league using their platform to raise awareness. So it really was a tragic event back in the past, back in Canadian history. Myself, I got 3 kids. I couldn't imagine what the parents, the families, and the survivors have gone through.
And for more on this, we go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Sabina Mott, standing by.
Cody, it was a great start to the Every Child Matters initiative being put on by the NLL this next 3 weeks. Bo Bowhunter last night in Halifax scored his first NLL hat trick on the same turf that's named after his grandmother Vera, who herself was a residential school survivor. And it wasn't just the hat trick, they scored a big win as well for Halifax.
And here, Saskatchewan's going to need some offense, and you'd expect it to come from their second leading goal scorer, Dan Lintner.
Absolutely. If he was a Blue Jays pitcher, he'd be feeling pretty all right in contention for the Cy Young Award. 10 goals, 3 assists so far in the season. He's as pure of a finisher as you'll find on this club.
And on the other side of the floor, Rob Hellyer for Las Vegas. 6 points per game this season. He's definitely the straw that stirs the drink.
Certainly. The Vegas offense goes through Rob Hellyer. He's got 6 goals, 24 assists, double any other member of the Las Vegas Desert Dogs.
We got a good one at the SaskTel Center. The Saskatchewan Rush are at home hosting the Las Vegas Desert Dogs for the first time in league history, and it happens next. National Lacrosse League presented by Alterna Savings Credit Union. Visit alterna.ca to discover the credit union difference. By NLLstore.ca, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. And by Guaranteed Rate, now more than ever, you need the best. Let's take a look at the referees this evening. Chris Williams is your crew chief. Sean Grenier, Cameron Anderson alongside him, and the most like shot clock operator in the league, Ian Wilson, is in the building as well. It's Cody Jans and John Fraser with you, the Saskatchewan Rush and Vegas Golden Knights in action. As we take a look at your guaranteed rate starting goaltenders, Landon Kells is between the pipes. 1-2 record, 11.62 goals against average. Alex Bouquet crossed the floor from him, 0-0. 2-2 on the season with a 9.29 goals against average and an 800 save percentage. At the stripe this evening, Mike Messenger for Saskatchewan. He is 60% on the draw. Brandon Cleland, 47% for Vegas. Ref is ready, balls down, and we are underway at the SaskTel Center.
And that's going to be face-off win number 400 on the career for Mike Messenger right off the hop. Had that in the notes, figured he'd get it done early. One of my favorite players in recent Rush memory.
We'll get to your scratches and more a little bit later on, but the offensive set's going to run through Robert Church. Up top, Marshall Powless. New stick for him. A little bit of a different look. He's ditched the red hat. Over to Ryan Keenan now. Palace is behind the cage out in front, intended for Mark Matthews, and he dumps this one down into the corner.
That's a chance that I think Mark Matthews would like back. I talked at our pregame show. Mark Matthews, only 4 goals so far this year. Love to see him get going for the hometown Rush.
Offense is Reed Reinhold then. Hands it off for Hellyer, and now down to the corner. Bertrand, the American, spins up on the half wall. Outside look for Hellyer. Pierre steps out on him. Over to Zach Greer, the former Rush now. Pushed out by his former teammate Kyle Rubish on the run. Greer got a shot off. Bertrand down for the rebound, and Connor McClellan's in there to scoop it up.
Talked to Connor McClellan pregame. He talked about how important it was to shut down some of these Desert Dogs, big guns such as Rob Hellyer. He said it all comes down to confidence, comes down to believing in each other. We'll see if that holds true for the game.
Ryan Keenan now from the corner. Mark Matthews on the floor. The big man thought about driving to the cage. It's up top. Robert Church got it on goal. And Kells has his first up. Rebound, scores! It's the Harvard product. Austin Madronik draws first blood in the SaskTel Center.
The rookie, his third goal of the season. One of the guys we were high on way back in training camp. Takes the rebound after the long, dangerous shot from Robert Church and just buries, shows off the smart man skills. He went to Harvard. He knows how to score. He knows a thing or two about scoring a couple goals in the NLL. He's going to have a huge future, I think. And again, I like this new set the Rush are showing early on here. Mark Matthews is more around the net. I wonder if that's on design to get him going here tonight.
Loose ball number 10 picked up by Madronik, and this time he just pounds one past Landon Kells to make it 1-0 Saskatchewan on home turf. Your scratches this evening: Isaac Andrew, Clark Walter for Saskatchewan, Sam Firth, Griffin Hall for Las Vegas. Jackson Subak is in the lineup. He's appealing his suspension. Emerson Clark is out for Las Vegas. They're back on the floor on offense, and Rob Hellier, 6 points per game this season, runs it through Zach Greer. Hannah's into the corner. Greer now, low shot on Bouquet. A good arm save. Rebound gets scooped up.
So far the Rush, as we kind of thought they would, paying lots of attention to Rob Hellier. He was shadowed by Mike Messenger that last possession.
Dan Lintner now, wrong side of the highway, is going to try cut back, but he's got two defenders all over him. Marshall Paulus now, flip out of the way, and Matthews comes down with it. Not the most convenient pass. Quick stick over to Lintner. It just goes wide of the post. Behind the net now, Paulus has three defenders all over him. Conrad Chapman puts a shoulder in his chest.
The smoke was going off. Thought that Dan Lintner had his 11th of the season, but no, just hits the outside of the post. Much to the sadness of the fans here at SaskTel Center.
Jacob Rouet hops on the floor. Reinhold playing with Tor this season down in Vegas. Pass across, Ruiz in tight, tries to go 5-hole, and Bouquet shuts the wickets.
And again, watch that Rush defense. They know exactly where Rob Hellier is. Again, 30 points so far on the year. Next closest to him on his team, Griffin Hall. He's got 16.
Ryan Keenan over to Dinsdale. Little low spin, high cut. Waits on our near side out in front. Madronik was looking for his second, tipped it wide. 6 on the shot clock. Keenan's on the run. Shot got deflected, and in the corner, shot clock's going to expire.
This Vegas defense might be 12th in the league in goals against so far this season, but they've had a couple lopsided losses. I think they might be better as a squad than they show on paper here, Cody, and they're starting to figure it out. You can see that in their comeback win against Vancouver.
Well, we talked to Sean Williams, and he said, hey, our defense wasn't our strong point at the start of the season. We're going to fix that. And that's what they showed against Vancouver in the second half when they locked it down. Now on the run, Hannah's got to go back. Garland out to defend. I'm not sure if they're at the top of Bouquet's stick of the post, but Bobby Kidd III has the loose ball, and he wants to run.
The newest Saskatchewan resident, Bobby Kidd III, moving to the city recently.
Holden Garland peels back for a second, but looks like him and BK3 will stay in play for a second. Robert Church now, pick comes from Kidd III, and the flip pass gets picked off.
Sometimes you see transition guys out there for a minute too long. That's not the case with BK3. It looked like he knew what he was doing out there.
Down the middle, and another attempt to go 5-hole on Bouquet. He denies up, so Messenger wants to run. 4-on-3 for Saskatchewan. Messenger right down the middle. Jarrett Smith out there as well. They'll pop it back for Marshall Paulus. Paulus finds Church. 28 points so far this season for Robert Church. Dan Lintner now second on the team in goal scoring. Tries to go short side. Kells with the save. Rebound gets scooped up by 41 again. Mark Matthews now. One-on-one. Paulus is going to set the pick on Kurst to the middle, and another shot got deflected. That's multiple now for Vegas.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of getting in front, creating havoc here for this Rush offense. Not able to get many clean looks so far.
Tor Reinhold up top for John Phillips. Reinhold, another former Rush, wearing Vegas threads this season. I don't know if I can say colors because they're white and black, but you know what I meant. Hannah down out of the corner. Dilks, the captain, back in this game and on the run. Bouquet's got to be sharp, and he's got the rebound as well as Charlie Bertrand was rolling to the middle.
You can see it looks like the plan is to go low on Alex Bouquet, but so far the man with a crazy 800 save percentage for 4 games, is up to the task.
Robert Church now rolls around a double pick over to Keenan. Can he find room to shoot? Eric Turner, good defense on him. Keeps him to the outside, does the St. Albert product. Mark Matthews wants to drive, pass over his head. Easy scoop for Kells.
You know, I got a soft spot for local guys and RMLL guys playing in these games. Great to see more and more Alberta and Saskatchewan kids in the league.
Jacob Rouet now backdoor feed and Greer stop. Rebound call Crime Stoppers. Alex Bouquet, you are a bad man.
What was that? I gotta see a replay. Did he throw his mitt up and make that save? That was ridiculous. Another one for the Bouquet highlight reel.
Marshall Palace out of the corner. Can Saskatchewan build off a big save? Keenan's out there and he won't connect on the quick stick.
It's a good thing Bouquet's been on his game. Rush offense has looked very disjointed through their first few possessions here.
Barclay transition, save made by Bouquet, and I think it's going to be a holding the stick call coming on Connor McClellan. So Vegas heads to the power play. Take a look at this one. We'll just step aside and let you enjoy it. Alex Bouquet. Oh, that's a pretty one. And another. Alex Bouquet, Rush are up by 1. There's Connor McClellan in the sin bin for what he hopes is a full 2 minutes as we get a look at the replay here. McClellan in front of the net with Rubish, caught on to Hannah a little bit. Ref was standing and watching him, and he calls it. Rob Hellier on the power play, starts from the logo. Hannah is on his left and Phillips is on his right. Hellier, the assist machine this year. Hannah's down to the corner. Zach Greer waits, gets it back up to Hannah. Shot got deflected by Beers, putting his body on the line already. Hellier again. He'll run this party from the top. The righty, NLL champion back in 2011 with Toronto. Greer's out of the corner. Phillips over to Hellier. They reset the shot clock here, and Beers with another shot block. This one goes off of his foot. Greer again. Hellier wants to go low to low, and Bouquet's got it with the shovel. Quickly becoming a fan favorite here. Should note too, Cody, this Vegas power play has been real good this season. Second in the league, 61%. Back in overcon, Saskatchewan's penalty kill, 9 for 16, good for 56% this season. It helps to get a guy like Ryan Dilks, your captain, back, and he'll be up top on that left-hand side on the penalty kill. Messengers on the right. Rubish and Beers will watch the crease. Second look for Vegas now. Hannah's up top this time. Greer wants to drive. Pushed back by Rubish. Outside shot, and he scores. Zach Greer stings the corner on the power play, and we're tied at 1.
How many times has he done that in this building? Former member of the Rush, a couple-time champion. Zach Greer, his 10th of the season. Just a seeing eye shot after that Rush penalty kill. As you mentioned, just 56% on the year. Multiple resets here for Vegas. The Rush had a chance to get it out, get some fresh bodies on. Instead, the over and back call, and next thing you know, they're in a lot of trouble. If you get 4 possessions in a row, usually going to lead to a goal, especially guys like Zach Greer shooting.
It's an outside look for the Whitby product, and he's got his 10th of the season, and we knew penalties were going to come into play here. Vegas has 11 shots on goal, and there's still 7:17 left to go in quarter number 1. Messenger tangled up at the dot. Mallory had the loose ball for a second, still rolling around on the logo. Jared Smith and Mallory are down there. He got buried by McIntosh, and they're going to give Saskatchewan possession.
We talked to players and coaches about being prepared, even though this is a 1-win expansion team, and so far it looks like the Rush might be taking them lightly.
No free spaces on the bingo card this season. Austin Matronik, the lone goal scorer for Saskatchewan. Matthews is in the corner looking for Littner. Pass is airmailed. And now Church either has to get back or get to the bench. And Cornwall's got a break. Cornwall all alone and it's off the crossbar.
Robert Church is lucky he's not getting an earful right now. He got stuck in between, didn't hustle back in time. That allowed that chance.
Ryan Keenan now. As Garland setting some picks, causing some havoc for the lefties. Marty Dinsdale, room to drive, trying to avoid the crease. Ball got popped free for a second. Call coming against Vegas. Palace, room to shoot, got blocked by McIntosh. Palace out of the corner again. Chapman pushes him off. He's got the loose ball, and now they blow it down.
There's a couple big boys that like to block shots on that Vegas D. Chapman 6'6", McIntosh is 6'3", but one of them's part of me that is Chapman that's gonna go off here and sit for 2 or less. The check from behind call there as the in-house mic was a little quiet, but Chapman, he's gonna sit, and that's a real big win here for the Rush, as he's a big part of that defense.
Best
right
power
on the
play in the
numbers.
league goes to work. It's 72%. Matthews walks in, just shoots it wide of the cage. Behind the net, Kells now with the scoop, and the outlet pass is completed.
As you can see on that replay, Conrad Chapman, that's about cut and dry as you can get for checking from behind.
Now on the run, short-handed, Hellier trying to go far side, and as a righty, he does like to go glove side high there. You'll notice that with Rob Hellier, the tendencies, that's his sweet spot, and we'll see if Alex Bouquet is up to the task for this game.
He didn't miss by much on that last attempt, Cody.
Robert Church now, 3 power play goals this season for him, has Matthews, walks in, 5-hole attempt. Kells took a quick peek behind him, but he's got it in the pads.
Yeah, not the cleanest save you'll ever see, but a great one at that. Tough to stop those ones between the legs on the bouncers.
Charlie Bertrand. Little dish for Jack Hanna, the Milford, Ohio product. One-on-one with Beers, gets to the inside, and he scores. Vegas leads. It's a shorty, and it comes off the stick of Jack Hanna.
It really looked like it was going to be a nothing play, and then Jack Hanna just turns on the Jets, blows by his man, and it's a short-handed goal. A real backbreaker as Vegas has carried the play so far in this game. Nice quick feet by Hanna. You're going to see him here as he just blows by Beers. I don't know if Beers was expecting him to cut to the inside. Not picked up by the defenseman here on the near side, and he just goes underneath the arm of Alex Bouquet, and it's a 2-1 lead for Vegas. 13-4 the shots on goal, Cody Jansen. Not what the fans in Saskatoon were expecting tonight.
It's the rookies leading the way in Vegas. Of course, Hanna was taken from Panther City in the expansion draft. The Denver Pioneer now in Vegas, playing at the south tip of the strip. Saskatchewan will go there once this season, and it's the last game of the season, late April.
You're bringing me along for that one, right, Cody?
Oh, I'm sure we'll find a way, John. Robert Church up top. Rush still in the power play for the next 40 seconds. Matthews, little back pedal. Room for Church to shoot, and he scores. Tie ball game. Back to even Steven. Robert Church has his 13th of the season.
That's the first good look that Robert Church has gotten all night. Playing that little back and forth game with Mark Matthews. The real steeple of that Rush power play that's been so good. Just crazy good. 72% coming in. Now they're 1 for 1 on the evening. Robert Church, that quick release. I mentioned in the previous broadcast, I think Robert's been working on his ability to get that out. Uses one of the defenders as a screen. That's the good thing about having tall defenders. Easy to shoot around them if they're not getting directly in your way. Robert Church has got 13 on the year.
Messenger and Cleland back at the dot. Each team has a power play goal. Each team has a pair in this contest.
Let's see if that gets the Rush offense going here now, Cody.
Messenger pushed off the ball. Eric Turner all over him once again. No easy loose balls in this game, and you would expect that with Jimmy Quinlan and Sean Williams at the charge on the bench as Dinsdale's robbed by Kells.
Kells showing off his own highlight reel save that time, almost stacking the pads like a goalie in the 80s in the National Hockey League.
Jack Hanna, the former Denver Pioneer, a big righty, kind of like a big lefty, wearing green tonight, former Denver Pioneer. Out of the corner, Hellier and Rouet. Greer's near side. Mallory, he'll defend the former Rush. As for Hellier, Jared Smith is there trying to go short side high as the shot clock expires. Bouquet with the shoulder save. Rebound's got to be won by the Winnipeg Blizz alumni, Jared Smith.
Another member of the team that just recently moved to Saskatoon, so you'll probably be seeing him around in appearances around the city. Love seeing some of these guys starting to make the Bridge City their home.
One of the more educated players in the league as well. If you talk to him, you can definitely tell he's well-spoken. Robert Church. Back for Keenan, right over to Robert Church. Trying to go far side low. This one goes wide. Matthews has it, 3 to shoot. Pass goes off with Chapman, and it's not going to go over the glass. Thought that one might end up out of play, and Saskatchewan will get possession. Instead, it drops in front of the glass. So we'll head off to a commercial break. 3:16 left to go in quarter number 1. Tied at 2 from the SaskTel Center. Robert Church has the latest.
The National Lacrosse League is proud to support Indigenous communities across North America in raising awareness and funds for the Every Child Matters movement. To show your support, please purchase an Every Child Matters warm-up shirt at nllshop.com and nllstore.ca, or you can donate to our 2 partners, the Gord Downey and Cheney Wenjack Fund and the National Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition. All proceeds from the shirts sold will be donated to our Every Child Matters partners. Visit nllunites.com for more details.
Well, the story might be Vegas's defense so far, as Conrad Chapman's ate about 3 or 4 shots. They're getting sticks on everything, and now it's going to be Saskatchewan's defense that has to step up, as it's tied at 2 here late in the first quarter.
Yeah, Landon Kells has 4 saves. His defensemen have about 6 as well.
Greer gets the offense going. Rouet and Hellier, the 2-man keep. Back over to Greer. First one for Vegas, and he's got another. Zach Greer goes stick side on Bouquet, and the Desert Dogs lead 3-2.
Zach Greer is looking like Zach Greer of years past in being back in SaskTel Center. It's almost like he's found a bit of a fountain of youth being back here against his old club. He's looked great so far tonight. I mean, he's been a big part of this offense so far this year. As you see, just a nice little head fake. Uses the defender as the screen. Bouquet can't get over with the stick in time. And Zach Greer's got his 2nd of the night in the place that he used to call home.
Well, we all know he's got that offensive touch, but it's the legs that are still there. And it's impressive how he can free up space to get those shots off, and it's a perfectly placed one that goes stick side on Alex Bouquet, and the Desert Dogs now have 3 goals on 15 shots.
Beautiful little head fake is what bought him some time and space there. Just, kids, if you're learning how to play the game, just watch Zach Greer and how he makes space for himself.
Mark Matthews just over the restraining line, over to Robert Church. He's got one of the 2. Matthews in tight, and it's off the crossbar and out of play.
Great shot by Matthews. Speaking of vintage performances, looking like a vintage shot from the big man.
4 goals in 4 games for number 42. It's back to Matthews in the corner. Former Denver Pioneer now. Wants the little pop back, and now the pass to Keenan got knocked down once again. And Eric Turner's pass is deflected by Keenan. Matthews all alone out in front to the backhand. Stopped by Kells.
How many times you see Mark Matthews miss that, but it was the great hustle. James Barkley coming back on defense to disrupt it. I don't know if Mark knew he was going to be there, and he got there in a hurry to break that one up.
Another loose ball gets grabbed by Eric Turner as well. Hellier for Hannah. Swim move to the net. And you're going to see he stepped in the crease. That's a swim move that doesn't look like it's coming from a rookie.
Not one bit. I think Bouquet even might have got his right foot on that one, but it's all for naught as the crease violation was called.
Dan Lintner's waiting in the corner. Robert Church has Keenan up top. 3 lefties on the floors. Palace is by the crease. Chapman now. Out on Church. Pass intended for Matthews. It's by his feet, and Clelland's there.
Whatever was figured out at halftime in that game against Vancouver for this Las Vegas defense, it's just like it's changed this team. This defense has been great so far, dating back to that second half against Vancouver, and just unbelievable tonight so far.
Zach Greer rips around up top. 17 on the shot clock. From the corner, Rouet dishes it off for Phillips. Greer's there again. Reinhold sets the pick. Back intended for Phillips. Rubish is going to get in there and cause a turnover.
Rush defense focusing a little more on Zach Greer there. The game plan was stop Rob Hellier, but it looks like that's giving too much space for other guys.
Dilks is picked off by Turner. Eric Turner might have a break, and Ryan Dilks gets back to force another turnover.
You go out and totally redeem yourself. Ryan Dilks with that one.
Couple of RMLL senior summer ballers battling it out on the floor here. Yes, when they're not playing in the NLL over summer, they've got club teams in the summer. Robert Church with it. 15 left in the quarter, on the run, tries to go cross-body. It's off Kelson out of play. 12 seconds left. They get Bouquet to the bench to go 6-on-5. Looks like he is going to get there with about 8 seconds left. The rush. Get a 6-on-5 look. Matthews back over to Lintner. Tries the quick stick. Swing and a miss. And Vegas with a shot at the empty net. Just going to bounce this one wide. 15 down, 45 to play. Las Vegas dominant, to say the least, but they only lead by 1 inside the SaskTel Center. Desert Dogs 3, Rush 2. More action when we come back. Next weekend, February 4th, is a TSN Game of the Week doubleheader. It's New York versus Toronto and Saskatchewan versus Vancouver. Back-to-back NLL action, all on TSN.
Can't go wrong with a little doubleheader action on the main network there, Cody. Two of us will be enjoying that Vancouver and Saskatchewan Rush game. One guy enjoying his evening tonight is former Rush member, that being Zach Greer. Won twice in 2015 when they were in Edmonton, once here in the Bridge City. 2 goals tonight for Mr. Greer, 5 shots on goal. Coming into the game, I know everybody was talking Hellier, but it's been Zach Greer steal the show early on here for the Vegas Desert Dogs.
Looking like 2015, Zach Greer is a breakaway off the hop, and it's going to be Connor Kirst to find the back of the net. The Rutgers product gets Vegas on the board 9 seconds into quarter number 2.
After a dominant first quarter where they probably deserved better than a 1-goal lead if it wasn't for the outstanding work of Alex Bouquet, Vegas comes out and begins to set the tone for the second quarter as well. Connor Kirst, second of the season, just a pure hustle play. Again, another one of these big boys that Vegas has, follows the shot chart in tight, goes betwixt the pantaloons of Alex Bouquet with Ryan Dilks on his backside. Great speed there by Kirst, getting his second of the year in the Rush. Definitely on their heels here to start this one.
Well, with 2 goals already this season, Kirst has now tied his total from last year with Georgia. And talking with Sean Williams earlier, I like to ask, who stood out to you? Who's impressed you? Well, Connor Kirst was the first name he could come up with, and that's amongst the likes of Jack Hanna, Landon Kells. No, he wanted to single out Connor Kirst and how hard he works. Hanna with the ball now. Desert Dogs up 2. Zach Greer, room to shoot, low to low, booted out by Bouquet.
Rush are going to have to adjust here. They're giving Greer a ton of time and space. I know they're focusing on Hellier and what he does for this team, but they got to cover Greer a little bit better.
Pass intended for Keenan, and it ends up in his boots. Back the other way. It's a 3-on-2, and that shot comes from Subak, and it's just wide. Garland running in transition, 2-on-1. Keenan's all alone and he scores. Ryan Keenan cuts the lead in half with his 8th of the season.
Bit of a broken play going on that one for the Saskatchewan Rush, and Ryan Keenan able to sneak out of the O gate, get in tight, unmarked, and Ryan Keenan is not going to miss from there, if at all, many times. Keenan, his 8th of the season, 22nd point here, Cody. Again, just a bit of a broken play. Holden Garland heads up to find Keenan there. Keenan, a nice little stick fake before Turner can get over there. Goes over the shoulder of the goaltender, who was maybe down a little too deep in his own net. Gives Keenan room, and Keenan brings this place back to life.
What a heads-up play by Holden Garland to start that. To have the awareness of saying, hey, I'm going for it. I'm not sitting back here. And that should be an over and back, as Cleland can't handle the pass cleanly.
Now let's see if the Rush start to carry some momentum. They definitely need to get their offense on the go here.
Down by 1, being outshot by 9. Ryan Keenan has Robert Church wide open. Church fires and scores! Tie ball game. Robert Church has his second of the game.
If you're a Vegas fan, those are 4 words you don't want to hear. Robert Church wide open. It was almost like you were psychic here, Cody, as soon as Robert Church gets into space, you know he's going to do what Robert Church does. Another great passing play. Church gets into the confusion. His man, that's Clellan, can't get back to cover him. And if you give Robert Church any kind of space, that's exactly what he's going to do. That quick release, that hard shot. Great job by Church to spin off the defender, find himself an open space. And we got a tie game here, Cody.
Big start for Saskatchewan, especially after Vegas went up by 2, 9 seconds into the second quarter. Here's Messenger, Beers, Garland. It looked like it was behind Kels for a second. Somehow it stays out. We'll see if Jimmy Quinlan, flag in hand, hasn't thrown it yet.
No, he's talking to his guys down there on the bench. He's not reaching into that great blue suit he's got on tonight.
Vegas offense on the floor. Rouet, Phillips, stopped by Bouquet. Dilks has the loose ball, and it looks like Jimmy Quinlan's going to keep the red rag in his pocket.
Be interested to see. They didn't show a replay here in-house on that one. It kind of looked from our angle. Now, again, we're far away from that goal. Kind of looked like could have been in.
Matthews, backdoor feed, got knocked down. Keenan, wrong side of the road. Has Matronic in the corner, pushed down, and he scores! Double it up, Austin Matronic, the victorious Shamrocks got his second.
Needless to say, the Rush figured out a few adjustments here coming into the second quarter. The offense starting to get clean looks, using those big boys that Vegas has on D to their advantage, going low, using them as screens here, as you see the Harvard-educated man come up off the half wall. Again, uses the panic there caused by Marty Dinsdale in front, uses that as a screen, and he just goes low. Hells never has a chance to see it, and the young man's got his second of the game, 4th of the season.
Had 30 goals in 13 games last season for Harvard.
Is that good?
You know he can find the back of the net, as does the Ivy League, and now the SaskTel Center's rocking as Matronic puts the Rush up 5-4. Las Vegas looking to respond. Rob Hellier was averaging 6 points per game coming into this contest. The veteran over to Zach Greer. A little bit of space, one-on-one. McClellan's got to defend. Pass intended for Greer, but his left foot was in the crease.
You're starting to see the Rush defense making those adjustments I alluded to. Not so much focus on Hellier now.
Keenan off the bench. Kick saved by Kels. Now Matthews goes and lays a hit on Cornwall. They're going to let him play on. Cornwall, his helmet's undone, though. Keenan's calling it. Cornwall should not be out on the floor right now, and now Littner has the pass sail over his head.
Yeah, his chin strap has come off. He's definitely shaken up after a big hit by Mark Matthews there. Hopefully another former member of the Rush is okay.
Jack Hanna, big righty, 17 on the shot clock. Defended by Boudreau. Rouet, the back pedal, Dilks is on, and now the push gets called. Saskatchewan's gonna have Terrence Smith and Jake Boudreau. Matthews is off the bench. Smith over to Matthews. Couldn't really control that pass cleanly, so he's gonna wait for the offensive experts to hop on. Robert Church, put him on hat-trick watch. To the middle, through those heads, SaskTel Center. Robert Church has a trio.
Every time you say his name, he's done something tonight, Cody. It's like they're just waiting for Robert Church to get even those half-open looks. Not quite as much time and space as he had on the other one, but Robert Church in close is not going to miss much. And you called it, Cody. There's the hat trick for Robert Church. Again, just using the screen. In the first quarter, that Vegas defense was able to use their tall defenders right in front of the goal to block a ton of shots. Now what the Rush are doing, they're backing off a bit, letting the chaos happen, and then taking screenshots on Kels, who had himself one heck of a game early on, but now the Rush have turned it on.
4 goals in 2 minutes and 37 seconds. We've got a thriller here. Robert Church has a hat trick in the last 10 minutes of play. And going back to that first quarter, Bobby Kidd III's on a breakaway. BK threes, and it's wide of the cage. Connor McClellan now has the rebound. Looks like the D guys want to stay out there. Messenger. And now Mark Matthews says, hey, I want my friends on the floor. Dan Littner's off the bench.
They wanted some glory, Cody. Can you blame them?
Chapman will defend. Matthews now, room to shoot, and he scores! Pat Kells biting the crease. Mark Matthews goes top shelf, and Saskatchewan has another.
It's vintage night at SaskTel Center. Zach Greer looking like his 2015 self, and Mark Matthews looking like his 2015 self there. What a wicked shot by Matthews. Kells could see it the entire way. Matthews just shoots it harder than the goaltender could move. Goes to the far side with speed, and he doesn't miss there. He was open. It was an open shot for Kells. It's just when Mark Matthews can step into it like that, it's almost impossible to stop.
There's 9,000 people in the building. I'd rather have shoot that shot on me than Mark Matthews tonight. That is vintage if I've ever seen it.
I got a muffin. I played D. You don't got to worry about me, Cody.
Messenger, another face-off win. He was 60% coming into this game, and it looks like that percentage could go up this evening. Marty Dinsdale now over to Matthews. 5-hole attempt, and he scores! Double it up, back-to-back for the big man. Mark Matthews makes it 8-4.
Robert Church, Mark Matthews, the last 5 goals here in quick succession for the Saskatchewan Rush. Try saying that 10 times fast, Cody Jansen. But again, Mark Matthews looking like his old self. I don't know if he's been a little banged up this year. He looks healthy. He looks dangerous. And again, just flat out beats the goaltender. Marty Dinsdale finds his longtime teammate, and just a high to low shot. Kells thought he had it. Obviously wasn't gripping the stick tight enough as that knocks his stick out of his hand and into the back of the net. And the big boys for the Saskatchewan Rush have come out to play, and Matthews has his 6th of the season. And it looks like, watch out NLL if he gets going.
2 goals in 18 seconds for Mark Matthews. 6 goals in less than 4 minutes this quarter. Jimmy Quinlan smiling like a butcher's dog on the bench as the Rush are rolling.
Which is funny because he never smiles on the bench. If you watch Jimmy Quinlan, he's got a poker face the whole game.
Rouyn for Greer. The Rush defense has settled down a little bit now. Jack Hanna, one-on-one, loves the swim move, cuts back out, and Bouquet gets him with the chicken wing.
He's been great
Rebound
so far.
out in front again, and it's Bertrand who can't connect.
Just saying, seeing an expansion here. This is what I love about the NLL expansion. A guy like Jack Hanna getting some real floor time.
Bobby Kidd III has to avoid a high hit as Garrett McIntosh try to get him cutting through the middle on the train tracks, and now BK3 battling for a loose ball with Holden Garland's help. Jared Smith ends up dropping McIntosh, and Eric Turner found himself on Sports Center, and that's the ESPN Top 10 version with a goal earlier this season. The former Crude Lacrosse Club member, Hellier Phillips, drives on Bobby Kidd III, punches it back, 10 to shoot. Hellier now at the restraining line. Greer for the hat trick, and he'll peel some paint off the pipe. Fresh 30 clock for Vegas. We'll see if they go quick or try to get a set in. Greer for Rouyn. To the middle, floats one in the slot, and Phillips fires over the cage. Now with the slash in by Bertrand. Looks like that'll take us to our TV timeout. Saskatchewan rolling inside the SaskTel Center. Mark Matthews has the latest, and that's a pair for him. Win a trip to Las Vegas. Alterna Savings and the National Lacrosse League want to send you and a guest for a 2-night getaway to Las Vegas, where you'll attend an NLL game featuring the Desert Dogs. Scan the QR code to enter or visit NLL.com for details and official contest rules. Alterna Savings Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the NLL.
So if you're going to go on a roll this guy is one of the guys on a roll. If you're going to beat Vegas, if you're going to beat the house, You got to get on a bit of a roll. Something I don't know whenever I've gone to a casino. But 3 goals, 2 assists tonight for Robert Church so far. He's on a roll. He's beaten Vegas. He's a big part of this Rush 6-goal outburst here in the second quarter.
Robert Church with it again. 8:38 left to go in quarter number 2. Dan Lintner now rolling up top, avoids a couple of hacks from Tor Reinhold. Matthews for Messenger. Backhand scoop, just goes wide. Turn and burn for James Barkley. He's got a one-on-one, but Jared Smith, there's not many faster out the back gate in reverse transition, and Smith cuts off any opportunity he might have had. Charlie Bertrand for Jack Hanna. Hanna's got one, and it came shorthanded in the first quarter. Out in front, Ruiz there. Bouquet with the save, and it rolls in the crease.
Bouquet, big save, as I really think Vegas, if they're going to get back in this, need to stop this 6-goal run here Saskatchewan's been on, because it looks like they're rolling. Get it, like rolling the dice, Cody?
It's
Okay.
casino night here in Sask, Vegas. Rush are up by 4. Madronik looking for the hat trick. Matthews back to Madronik towards the middle. Fires and scores! Throw those hats! The rookie's got a hat trick!
It's casino night. They're playing Vegas, and it seems like Cody would be beating the house. The man says hat trick, and again, the Harvard product comes through. His 3rd of the game and his first NLL hat trick for the young man. He's looked real good so far. 3 on the night for the rookie. Big addition here to this Rush offense. And again, just get that ball moving, not letting those Vegas players get in position to block the shot. That was working so well in the first quarter. Lots of shot blocks, lots of sticks, keeping things away from the goal. The Rush now, quicker passes, that able to get their guys open a little bit quicker and get the shots away.
Get that ball to Mark Beret and grab a Sharpie. You're keeping it. And there was no one else on the floor Mark Matthews was looking at there.
No.
He was passing it to Austin Madronik through high water.
It was the opposite of like when Patrick Mahomes plays. You can't tell where he's going to pass because he's looking all over. Mark was locked in like he was in love with the man.
Rouet from the SaskTel logo has Hellier with them. Jared Smith will defend. Hellier's on the run, stopped by Bouquet, rebounded in front, and Phillips got tripped up by Garland, who's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, not sure what happened there with Garland. He kind of stretched out to make the play. Looks like he might have tweaked something there, breaking that one up.
Ryan Keenan now holds on to it. Dan Lintner, Marshall Palace are out on the floor. Keenan's got 1. Robert Church looking for number 4. Powless in tight, intended for Keenan. Defense collapsed on him. 4 to shoot. Powless on the run over to Church. Quick stick. Big save by Landon Kells, and the rebound falls errant.
Sorry, Cody, they're playing Baby Shark here in this place. I got 3 kids. I've just kind of had to mentally check out for a moment, but good save there by Kells. The end of that possession on Robert Church.
That's a tough choice. I won't have any other comments. Rob Hellier for Zach Greer. Pass out in front, Rouet trying to kick it through the crease. He almost got it back. Messenger's got to be careful. He grabbed onto the jersey. No holding call coming. Matt Beers now. Messenger says, let's go, buddy. We're looking for 9. Messenger's in the corner. Pass out for Keenan. Defender steps on him, and Mark Matthews slows it down. Now Messenger's getting it out front. Him and Tor Reinhold having a few words, and now Reinhold picks off the Matthews pass. Mark Matthews, the last man back. Hellier's off the bench for Vegas. They got a 3-on-2. Rouet out there as well. Reinhold pushed out. Mark Matthews, defensive specialist in transition.
I know Messenger has some skill up front, but that's a spot. You got to get back. Let the O guys take over there.
Bertrand leaves for Hellier. Rouet on the cycle. Phillips around the world. Bounces it into the corner. Reinhold shot trying to go short side low. Don't mind the look, but Bouquet sealed off that post.
Again, a little bit of a great pick there. Maybe a borderline one as Bobby Kidd III was on the floor on the far side post by Alex Bouquet. Couldn't get back up. That's what led to that last chance on the near around the world attempt.
They're letting them play after a couple of early penalties, and this one set the tone. Dan Lintner Rips around on circle drive, and he leaves it for Palace. Robert Church now. Spin move. Turner's on him. Church to the net. Rebound for Lintner, and he dunks it off the crossbar.
How many times have we seen Dan Lintner score on that exact play? Didn't miss by much.
This is the NBA dunk contest. He's got to go again. Marshall Palace now. Has Robert Church alone on an island up top. 18 on the shot clock. Church has got a hat trick, as does Matrona. The Harbor product with it now. Church behind the X, trying to go behind the back, out in front. And out in front, Lintner took a hard cross check at the end of this shift.
Yeah, this game is getting a little rough. But I gotta say, I'm a fan of it. Letting the guys play, it's consistent both ways. Great job entertaining here in SaskTel Center.
It worked for Vegas against Vancouver. Hellier towards the middle. Down for Jack Hanna. Rubich is on him. Hanna got the pass down to Rouet, who goes short side, but Bouquet might have got a piece of it with his foot. Loose ball comes out to Rubich, and they're going to let him run. Ryan Dilks now. The tough play worked for Vegas against Vancouver as at halftime. A little bit of extra shenanigans for Emerson Clark led to the comeback, and Robert Church now decides he wants to put a dent in the Red Bull. Subac's in this game, so maybe an appeal there. I guess we'll wait for official wording from the league. Clark is not in this game.
In case you missed it, a little brawl at halftime of the Vegas game that they came back against Vancouver.
Jack Hanna now towards the middle. Pass for Phillips. Hellier now tests out the logo of Bouquet, and Messenger grabs another loose ball, and he sends it up for Marty Dinsdale. Dinsdale, a Swiss Army knife. We know he can come out of both gates if needed, and Marty enjoying his time back in Saskatchewan.
Like Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
Dan Lintner now. He had nothing but time in front of the crease, and he dropped the ball. Dinsdale on the run, 5-hole, sting it. Saskatchewan's got 9. Marty's got his first for the game.
It's been a back-in-time night here as the biggest names from the Rush's 15 and 16 championships are going ahead and taking over this one. Add Marty Dinsdale to that list. He's back with the Rush, and Marty Dinsdale's got his first of the night, 6th of the season. Great play there by Marty to find some open space. Again, waits for the screen to set up. You mentioned, Cody, Dan Lintner, I thought was definitely going to have his 11th of the year. Instead, he's moving from left to right, gets the goalie moving, uses the screens in front yet again, and the Rush extend their run to 7 goals.
Bobby Kidd III steps in on the faceoff. He's 31% this season, and he'll add an extra loss to that category. Saskatchewan, after getting outshot 15-7 in the opening quarter, out shooting Vegas 13-8 so far in quarter number 2. Hellier, feet in the middle to Greer. He's taken to the turf by Jarrett Smith. Rouet skips it across. Bertrand to the middle, and he scores. Vegas is back on the board. It's 10-5.
Vegas needed that goal to break up the run that Saskatchewan was on. First quarter, all Vegas. Second quarter had been the Saskatchewan show, and it's Charlie Bertrand, the New York product, his 8th of the year. We talk a lot about the big names on this Vegas team, but they've got several guys who can put the ball in the back of the net. A good move here. Just Bertrand goes hard to the net like you're taught from a young age, finds an open space on Bouquet, scores his 8th of the season.
Bertrand, obviously in Rochester before, was a part of that wild trade before the draft that sent Connor Fields out that way, and the first overall pick as well. Eric Turner on the logo. Down for Nick Ellerton, the lefty. Won't stay in play on offense. He's going to let Rob Hellier go to work. $1:45 to go in the opening half. Shot from Bertrand, rebounds out in front. Dilks was all over it, and Bouquet, the shovel and send. Messenger's on a break, and he's stopped by Kells.
Messenger really wants a goal tonight. I'm kind of getting that vibe as he stretches out that one. Doesn't miss by much. A great save by Kells to deny Messenger on the break.
Massive save by the 2019 Team Canada gold medalist at the World Juniors. Played for Canada as well in 2021 when it was Canada East versus Canada West. Also, Ruiz out in front and he scores! Vegas has 2 straight and the lead's down to 4.
You got Matt Beers and Connor Holden Gardland both kind of looking at each other going, wait, that was your guy? No, that was my guy. A little bit of confusion there on the Rush back end. Leads to the great opportunity there by Rouet, former member of the Colorado Mammoth, champion himself. Rouet embraces the confusion, loves the chaos that's created there by a broken up play, it looked like, and he had all sorts of time in front, able to do a couple nifty little stick fakes. Great awareness by Rouet to know nobody was coming on his right-hand side on that broken play, giving him time. He doesn't panic, he fakes, and he's got a goal.
Now, are we going to call that a loose ball or a pass? Because he's got a team lead in loose balls, and that wasn't exactly the prettiest pass he had to scoop up off the turf.
Let's call it, we'll call it a Lucy. It's on brand for him, right?
Vegas looking to cut the lead down a little more. Hellier shotgun blocked by Kidd the third. That one stung him in the shoulder.
That never feels good as Bobby Kidd the third with a bit of a wince after that one.
Bertrand, spin move on Rubish. Over to Hanna, to low behind McClelland, and the shot clock expires. He did put it behind Bouquet with the corkscrew, though. That could be big when we look back at this, as Vegas almost cut the lead down to 3. Instead, we'll head off to a TV timeout here in the SaskTel Center. Rush up 10-6 on the Vegas Desert Dogs. Jacob Rouet, the Robert Morris product, has the latest, and it's his 7th of the season. Mark Matthews with a 7-point half, looking to extend to that. Saskatchewan's up 10-6 inside the SaskTel Center. Vegas has the last 2 goals, Charlie Bertrand and Jacob Rouet, bringing the Desert Dogs a little bit closer, but the rambunctious crowd at the SaskTel Center, you know they want to see one more by the time the second quarter is up. Matthews is in the corner, 22 seconds on the shot clock. About a 2-second differential shot clock and game clock. Ryan Keenan Holtz. They won't go 6-on-5 here. No reason to risk the empty netter, especially up by 4. Dan Lintner now. It's a righty strong look. Dinsdale with the seal. Matthews now. A little fadeaway. Pass back for Dinsdale. 1 to shoot. Won't get anything off. The half is going to expire in about half a second. And that's how we finish half number 1. Saskatchewan up 10-6 on Las Vegas. I mentioned Mark Matthews. He's got 7 points in this game. John Fraser, tell me, what makes this guy so impressive that he can show up here, and after Vegas got out to a really good first quarter, he's the one that turns the switch.
That, to me, is real leadership. That's a veteran guy. That's a dangerous guy that's been scoring at a high level in this league for a long time, because you're right, Cody. Absolutely, it looked like Vegas had a chance to come in here and pull off an upset. They dominated the first quarter, then the Rush responded with an 8-goal second quarter, and like you said, Mark Matthews leading the way. To me, we talked a bit on the radio pregame show. We were a little worried about his health so far. He looks healthy now.
Let's go down to the third member of our team now. Is Sabina Mons standing by with Marshall Paulus.
That's right, I have Marshall here. Marshall, I understand you're from Six Nations, Ontario. NL has this campaign on for Every Child Matters. How important is an initiative like this?
I think it's very important. It shows what happened in the residential schools, and it educates everyone. And I think it's important, especially in lacrosse, because that's where the game originated from, was the Indigenous people. So really important.
What do you hope the youth take away from something like this?
Just to educate themselves, and moving forward. Just as if they know what in the back of their heads what we've been through and everything, then everybody treats everybody the same.
Thanks so much, Marshall.
Marshall Paulus, 14 points on the season, but coming up next, it's the Guaranteed Rate halftime report from the SaskTel Center. Rush up 10-6 on the Desert Dogs on Casino Night in Sask Vegas. Welcome to the Guaranteed Rate NLL Halftime Report. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser with you in the SaskTel Center. Rush up 10-6 on the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Both offenses taking their punches at time, but Robert Church has really been a difference maker here. He's got a hat trick in this opening half and really pushing the pace for Saskatchewan.
Oh, certainly. Robert Church, whenever he's been getting an open look, has been able to bury 3 goals in the first half, and it's a mix of young and old as we take a look at the hat trick from Robert Church. All 3, quick release, hard shot, and all 3 of them, right as you mentioned that he was open, Cody, all of a sudden you got Robert Church doing the job, but he's not doing it all by himself tonight. As I mentioned, a mix of experience and a little bit of youth sprinkled in here with a hat trick of his own, as Austin Madronic also with his first career NLL hat trick, and he's looking just as good as the veteran Robert Church.
And we got to take a look at Austin Madronic.
Oh, yes.
What have you liked about his game so far?
Well, it looks like he's finally coming into his own. He's got all sorts of high-end talent, the Harvard product. A guy we've been high on since training camp. He looks more confident tonight. Looks like he knows he's going to be involved. He's getting the looks on the passes. He's getting time and space. He looks like an NLL player, not an NLL rookie tonight. He's just got a bit of swagger to him and making the best of his opportunities with the hat trick tonight.
Let's take a look at those first half stats inside the SaskTel Center. Vegas out shooting Saskatchewan 27-21. 42-40. They got the loose ball battle. Face-offs 12-6 in favor of the Desert Dogs. Both power plays 1-for-1. Vegas has a shorty as well earlier in this game, but the Rush lead 10-6 on Casino Night here in Sask Vegas. It's the Guaranteed Rate Halftime Report. More to come. Report. Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabina Bod with you, and let's take a look around the NLL. Yesterday, Buffalo beat Philly 13-9, Halifax over Rochester 17-7. In New York, the Riptide trailed the Bandits on a back-to-back 15-10. Toronto's up 4-1 on Calgary, and San Diego closing the door on Colorado. They lead 4-0. Still to come tonight, Vancouver is taking on Panther City. As we head down to the third member of our broadcast team now, Sabina Bod is standing by.
Prior to the 21-22 season, the National Lacrosse League formed NLL Unites, which is the league's social responsibility program. For the next 3 weeks, players will be warming up in orange shirts prior to their games and will support helmet decals for the remainder of the season to support the Every Child Matters movement. This movement aims to raise awareness of the history and role of residential schools throughout North America. These schools were established by the governments to forcibly remove Indigenous children from their families and assimilate them into American and Canadian culture. We recently sat down with NLL players to discuss the importance of the league's heritage with the game, the history of lacrosse, and being advocates for the Indigenous community.
Those bodies, those children, they never got a proper burial. They never got acknowledged and thanked and prayed upon, and it brought a lot of sadness to our communities.
Lyle was actually talking to us about this at our training camp. His grandparents both were, they went to residential schools. So it's personal. When you know someone who's going through this, it becomes very real.
When I threw on my jersey and I put a ribbon in my hair, it was for those children.
They've done a great thing for lacrosse, speaking up about that and really promoting the roots of this game, and we as the NLL back them and what they say.
I get the common question, do you guys still live in, teepees? And to me, it's not a stupid question, and it's my job to educate them and let them know that, okay, no, and I always feel honored.
I think a lot of us need to just kind of listen and just put ourselves in the shoes of others.
If you don't know anything about the game of lacrosse, please go research it. It's amazing.
If other professional players, the youth, parents, fans can continue to learn about the game and practice what the game actually has to bring to the table, in your everyday life, because that's the ultimate goal of the game.
Robert Church and Austin Madronik both have hat tricks in that opening half. As you get a look at the Harvard product, Austin Madronik, 3 goals, 3 for Church as well. Saskatchewan's up 10-6. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabina Bod with you on TSN Plus, ESPN Plus, MyLV TV, and of course the Rush Radio Network. Saskatchewan in green, Vegas in white. We're back underway. Holden Garland, breakaway, trying to go with a twister, and he's pushed into the crease by Barkley.
Almost ended up pulling off the exact same move that started the second quarter there for the Las Vegas Desert Dogs, as they started with a quick breakaway goal off the faceoff.
And now Matt Beers has a chance. Beers, cold shoulder, and it's over the cage.
2 great chances to start off here after the Rush dominated that second quarter. Looking to start the energy here in the third. Big couple broken up plays here for the Vegas Desert Dogs if they're going to get back in this one.
Charlie Bertrand as Zach Greer out there setting picks. Couple of goals for the former Rush star. Greer to the middle, and he's tripped up by Beers. No call coming. Hellier now, 2 to shoot. Rob Hellier, 5-goal attempt, stopped by Bouquet.
That's where they've been going most of the game so far on Alex Bouquet, but for the most part, hasn't been working as Bouquet's been up to the task. 15 saves so far on this one.
Robert Church now over to Ryan Keenan. He's got a goal in this contest as well. Down for Mark Matthews, 7 points in the opening quarter for the Denver Pioneer alumni. Little flip, Keenan's in tight, stopped by Kells, and he's got the rebound as well.
Kells has played very well tonight. You see the 10 goals given up on 22 shots, but this has been more the Rush figuring out what the Desert Dogs were trying to do defensively and cracking it.
Jack Hanna now, pass got knocked down by Mike Mallory. Rouet finds Bertrand above the restraining line. On the roll, it's going to be Phillips, swings it up top. Bertrand has it down low on the crease. Rouet had no one within 5 feet of him.
Looking,
bats it down.
Oh, looking skyward on that one, as Rouet knew he had a glorious chance for a second of the night, and it's just in and out of the stick. Tough break for Jacob Rouet.
Marshall Powless with it, the Six Nations star. Pass over to Austin Madronik. Wants another. This one got deflected. I believe that was Chapman with his stick on it.
Got to say, I love the interview that Powless did with Sabine coming into halftime. Again, love the initiative here taken by the league.
NLL unites in support of Every Child Matters for the next few weeks. We've got the orange ties on. There's a lot of orange shirts in the building, and the SaskTel Center rocking after seeing 16 goals in that opening 30 minutes. Austin Madronik now for Dan Lintner. Goes through a maze of bodies. Madronik on the rebounds, robbed by Kells.
I thought for sure Madronik had his 4th of the game. Instead, Kells with the old pop-up like a jack-in-the-box. Gets his shoulder up there to rob the Harvard product.
Rob Hellier traded from Toronto for a couple of first-rounders. Big move by Sean Williams. Gets Hellier out on the West Coast. Jack Hanna now. Swim and spin back up top, and it's a low-to-low. Rob Hellier on the board with his first of the game.
As Rob Hellier scores that one from Engelfeld from distance, almost out at the restraining line. Hellier, we were kind of waiting. We've been talking all game, all pregame, waiting for Hellier to really break out. And right before we watched the replay, we got a great view. Alex Bouquet wanted that one back as he looked at the replay in-house, shaking his head. Hellier low to low just beats Bouquet, who thought he had the angle cut down, does not. And Vegas just chipping away. The Rush with the big dramatic explosion. Well, Vegas all of a sudden 3 in a row to cut this lead down to 3.
Well, Rob Hellier now up to 400 assists on his career, has his first goal of the game, 7th of the season. As he's able to beat Bouquet and bring it within 3. I mean, he's an assist tycoon. Everyone knows that. But now he's able to get one past Saskatchewan, and as you know, some on the bench might say, you can't turn it into a country club. You got to keep playing. Hellier with it again, looking for another. As Phillips, a load, he scores! John Phillips stings the near side corner, and it's 10-8.
2 straight low-to-low goals on Alex Bouquet. 2 that I think the big guy would want back again, shaking his head. Back-to-back low-to-low. I think Vegas might have figured something out there at halftime. Both going to a near identical spot on Bouquet, down by his left foot, just below that glove. A tough save for any goaltender to make, as Phillips, again, a little bit of confusion there, as well as in the corner. Holden Garland was going at it with a Desert Dogs player. Might have caused a bit of it. Like you said, a big part of their comeback, Cody, was getting a little rough and tumble with Vancouver. Starting to see that here in Saskatchewan.
2 goals in 22 seconds for the Desert Dogs. Bring Sean Williams' side back in this as Bobby Kidd III. A little melt into the ground while he caught it. Still keeps Saskatchewan in possession. Robert Church, nothing but room out in front, and he scores! Bobby breaking ankles. Robert Church to the net, buries for his 4th of the game.
The other 3 from Church were just pure power and accuracy. This one was all sorts of finesse. Taken one step in, Bobby shakes the stick, gives it a little wiggle, and finds some space over the shoulder of the goaltender. The finesse here on Bobby Church. Just a couple nice stick fakes as he's in alone. That's been a territory right in front of the crease that Vegas has done a spectacular job of taking away from the Rush with their big, tall, strong D-men. Little bit of a breakdown, and all smiles at SaskTel Center as Robert Church breaks the 3-goal run for the Desert Dogs.
Well, he had his former teammate Tor Reinholt run into Prince Albert, but he went to Swift Current, and he's able to tuck one past Landon Kells. And now Messenger, another face-off win, means Saskatchewan's offense gets a look.
I had to slow clap that, Cody. That was outstanding. The Saskatchewan geography. We've already got 3 references in here in the 3rd quarter. First 5 minutes.
Kirst had a goal in that 2nd quarter for Vegas, 9 seconds in, and then that really flipped the switch for Saskatchewan. Charlie Bertrand drives, stripped by Bobby Kidd III. Jared Smith has the loose ball, and he's going to cut back as BK3 a little slow to get up as well. He might have taken a big shot down low.
He didn't. It was just when he was reaching to create that turnover, Cody. It seems like he might have twisted something even when he went low a couple possessions ago. He's a little slow, a little shaken.
Marshall Powless inside. Flip Matthews was there. Vegas escapes. Ellerton. They go to 3-on-2 here. Pick got sent. Shot. Bouquet got just enough of it.
I think that might have been all crossbar, Cody.
Well, there you go. Something got it. It wasn't in the net. Saskatchewan up 11-8. The most recent one, Robert Church finds the back of the net for his 4th of the game. Phillips has one for Vegas. The Desert Dogs trail by 3.
Don't miss Telemiracle 47 live on CTV Saskatchewan, February 25th and 26th, or live streamed at telemiracle.com. Tune in and ring those phones or donate anytime at telemiracle.com.
One of my favorite things, Cody, staying up late, watching Telemiracle. I've been a part of that behind the scenes. I can tell you the amount of work that goes into Telemiracle, off the charts. It's like SaskTel Center in the building at 2 in the morning.
It's incredible, and it's Saskatchewan to a T coming together as a community. Las Vegas down by 3, 9:26 left to go here in quarter number 3. Bertrand, little behind the back flip. Greer was open, but it's off of his pick, which the refs call illegal. Ryan Dilks, the captain, back in green. He's been out since the San Diego game on December 9th. Marty Dinsdale Now up to 100 goals in his career. Palace for Mark Matthews. 8-point game going on. Mike Messenger getting a no shift. Messenger pushed outside. Matthews now trying to throw it across, and he's stripped of the ball as the shot clock runs down.
And a late hit there by Mike Messenger right in front of the Vegas bench. The arms went up. Nobody was happy there. I think they wanted a hit from behind as the entire coaching staff of the Desert Dogs feeding it to the officials here.
Well, they're not happy about it, and they've got the second best power in play, so I'm sure they want to get on another man advantage. They're 1-for-1 in the game as well. No call, though. Hellier's in tight. Blocker leg saved by Bouquet.
Rob Hellier has come to play in this third quarter. He's getting away from that rush D that's been so focused on him. Has a goal and another grade A chance.
Ryan Keenan now gets underneath his defender to the net, and it ends up in row 7.
Just some great stick work here. As you can see, what Vegas is doing so far in the third quarter is getting back to what made them so good in the first. Lots of sticks, lots of hands on sticks, and lots of bodies in front of these rush shots.
Hellier now on the run. Has Hannah low to low, and this time Bouquet gets it, moving left to right.
Again, lots of low to low. That's been the adjustment by Vegas here entering the second half. In the first half, they were trying to go 5-hole. Looks like they're looking for those leg side shots on the low to low.
Marshall Palace now drives behind the cage. Pass out for Messenger. He takes a stick off the coconut and a cross check for good measure. And I think they're going to take both of them.
Yeah, not surprising. Mike Messenger has been in the grill of Tor Reinhold every time they've been on floor together. And you had to know, with Mike Messenger kind of getting away with one right in front of the Vegas bench, right below us, that you had to know it was coming here as they're just jockeying in front. But you're going to get that every time you see it, guys. Any kind of head contact, you're going to get called on that. I like it. Let them both calm down.
Tor Reinhold, the BC product, will enjoy some time with another BC product, and Mike Messenger in the sin bin. 11-8 rush lead. Don't forget your scratches for this game as well. Sam Firth, Emerson Clark, and Griffin Hall out for Las Vegas. Clark Walter, Isaac Enju, Ryan Barnable not in the lineup for Saskatchewan.
As the league's favorite shot clock operator comes out to make sure that everything's correct, Ian Wilson. Gotta give him a shout out to him. He's my kid's principal. Great guy. Love talking lacrosse whenever I come pick Max up from the Hugh Cairns School.
Rob Hellier gets the offense going. 3 righties on the floor. Phillips has it up top. On top of the playnow.com circles, Charlie Bertrand wants to drive on Smith. Decides to back it out. On the run, Rouet trying to go glove side on Bouquet. He's got it in the chicken wing.
Bouquet's been so good all season in a lot of those shots up high. Vegas has been testing him low. He's been up to the task most of the evening so far with 25 saves on 33 shots.
Church up top for Keenan. Matthews now has Dinsdale. Now Church will start to walk onto the inside. Lindner was setting the pick. It's back for Matthews. He was looking for someone to pass it to. Now Keenan's got some space. Pick set by Lindner, and the ball got deflected out of play.
Matthews looking for Marty Dinsdale here. They're going to say this one was off a Vegas stick, so a reset here for the guys in green.
Ryan Keenan has a 4-point night going on here, but he's been effective in setting picks and freeing up some space for his teammates. Takes a push on the back from McIntosh. Wants to keep running. On the fly, tries to go low on Kells, and Saskatchewan settling for some of those outside looks right now.
Yeah, that's because of the tough job that they're having getting inside as the Vegas defense. They're starting to get a feel of what they can get away with, as there was a stick that got maybe up a little high on Keenan that went uncalled. So they're starting to feel they can get a little rough with these rush players.
Greer defended by Beers. Hard pick got set by Bertrand. Beers has to fix his cage, and that pass goes off the stick of Hellier and out of play, but Matt Beers slow to get off the floor here And we'll keep an eye on that as Saskatchewan obviously had some injury troubles on the back gate this season already.
Well, and already so far in this game, we've seen Matt Beers shaken up a couple times. We've seen BK3, Bobby Kidd III, also shaken up, although he's looking pretty spry in his neon green kicks right now.
Robert Church has Matronik back for Matthews. Instead of shooting, he tries to put that one to Robert Church. Just one too many passes.
Yeah, and Vegas now collapsing, taking away that time in front of the net. Their defense looking very similar to how it looked in that very successful first quarter they had.
Rob Hellier, you know, if Vegas is going to make a comeback, he's going to be at the helm. 4 points for him in this game, a goal and 3 assists. Charlie Bertrand, 8 to shoot. Room to run it in across the crease, and he tucks it just wide.
Bertrand had Jake Boudreau looking for his shorts in about the 14th row on the move he made on him.
Rubish in tight, and it's Boudreau who's stopped by Kells, looking for his first goal this season, first point as well.
And a little redemption after giving up that chance there. You can tell how bad Jake Boudreau wanted that goal right there.
Actually, it looks like they're going to change and give Boudreau an assist on a Church goal earlier as Matthews tries to go short side. So Jake Boudreau does have his first NLL point now.
Great for the young man, a guy we got some high expectations on coming into this year. Maybe that'll help him get rolling here offensively.
McIntosh has Reinhold, Reed Reinhold. You got lefties and righties on this Vegas side that love that swim move, and they're effective with it. Here's Hanna now, drives around Garland. Thought about cutting through the crease, decides to wait it out, 4 to shoot. Reinhold now tries the swim move one more time, and Beers is going to stand on it in the corner as they reset the shot clock before he had possession. Messenger, Tor, Reinhold. Both of them will get free out of the box. Saskatchewan leads 11-8. It's the National Lacrosse League, live from the SaskTel Center. Follow the NLL on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for all the best content all year long. Search an NLL now.
Think that they're looking at the highlights from this game so far. 19 goals, some of them so fast and so furious. If you were eating a little popcorn or a famous SaskTel Center hot dog, you might have missed them. So I bet you that's what all these people are doing, catching up on the 19 goals and several 10-bell saves we've had in this one, Cody.
Marty Dinsdale over to Robert Church. Matronik's in there causing havoc. Matthews room to shoot and he scores! The third hat-trick of the game for Saskatchewan as Mark Matthews with the bouncer beats Landon Kells.
Mark Matthews comes into this game with 4 goals. He's got 3 tonight. He could double his season total. And look out, National Lacrosse League, if Mark Matthews is scoring like his old self. Again, Vegas doing a good job of keeping the Rush out of the high danger areas, but Matthews just a pure sniper, a power bouncer. You can't fault that one on the Vegas D, and I would even give Landon Kells a free pass on that. Matthews had one spot he could put it behind him, and he found it. Mark Matthews, I want to see him double his goal total tonight. I want to see one more out of Mr. Mark.
Well, he's up to 9 points in the game. We talked a little earlier about that one extra pass, and that was him who made it. This time, doesn't make that same mistake twice, and that's what a veteran and a true NLL superstar will do. As Bobby Kidd III runs a marathon picking up that loose ball. Robert Church drives, trying to go short side, pushed to the ground by McIntosh. Hard pick was set. They'll give Vegas possession.
And the refs doing a good job keeping it consistent, but letting the guys play this one out. We've seen several of those hard picks on both sides, and I think both teams kind of love it.
Both power plays 1-for-1. Jacob Rouet. Pass got picked off, and here goes Boudreau. In transition, a low to high, got stopped. McClellan was there for the rebound. Smith has it in the slot, and he shovels it over to Rubish, who missed the pass.
That's why these guys play deep. Still way more talent than I could ever dream to have, but seeing a bit of a disjointed possession there is what we call the Saskatoon connection. BK3, Boudreau, and Smith. The three guys now calling this great city home.
Ruick off the far wall. Hellier with the Bertrand. Little spin move around Beers towards the net. Almost pulled it short side on Bouquet, but he pinched it between his arm and his pad.
Love that Garland put the stick behind Bouquet, but Bouquet knew he had it the whole way. No cause for panic on that one after the Dwight Schrute-esque spin move by the Vegas player.
Ryan Dilks makes the outlet pass, and you know Papa Dilks is tuning in as the captain back in green tonight. Dinsdale for Matthews. Wanted that pass back to Littner. It's a little too hot to handle as it's going to come all the way back 200 feet into the Saskatchewan zone.
Dan Littner may only have one assist tonight, but he's had some great physical play. He's been in the messy areas, setting up a lot of these other goals. I've liked the game he's played tonight, even though he's not getting the offensive looks.
Rob Hellier up top. Reed Reinhold sends it over to Jack Hanna, the rookie sensation. Nice little flip down for Hellier. Back feed for Reinhold. Tried to get the quick stick. Ball came back out again, and Reinhold gets stopped and buried. It's a 2-for-1 as BK3 sends him to the turf.
Great play there by Bobby Kidd III, and then finally it looks like we are going to see a call as the line was crossed. A headshot on Jake Boudreau means the arm goes up. And with the level of testiness these two teams have had, they're having a conversation, and I don't think they're talking about where they're getting supper after this one. You have to know whenever there's head contact, it's gonna get called, and Zach Greer comes in with the elbow like he's the Rock. And Greer gets that one up a little high on Boudreau. Little bit of a run here as we're waiting to see. I think there might be a discussion here. This might be a 5 as they're waving away Ryan Dilks. He's waiting for the look. And Jimmy Quinlan, you can tell, wants him out of the game. Quinlan is standing by the door, calling for him to be tossed here after that hit by Zach Greer.
Vegas penalty number 88, 5 minutes elbow.
Well, it was a pretty obvious major. I think the discussion was, is he gone for the game or is he staying?
Absolutely, you can tell. Head contact, he comes flying in. It's a blindside elbow up high on Boudreau. Jimmy Quinlan still having some words as I think he wanted Greer out for the game, but instead they'll settle for a 5-minute power play.
Quick shot and tight for Marshall Palace right off the hop. Robert Church has the lone power play goal for Saskatchewan in this one. 1-for-1 on the night. Coming into this game, they were 72% on the power play.
Have to say, too, it's nice to see Saskatchewan. They've kind of lived or died with their power play so far this year, Cody. A lot of these goals, 11 of them coming at even strength, but now a great chance to pull away heading into the fourth.
Jack Hanna, 7 on the shot clock. Now he loses the ball, and Messenger, little too strong, pushes the rookie in the back, and it'll be a fresh 30 clock for Vegas to kill.
Messenger lucky he didn't get called for one, but a heads-up move, a veteran move to keep his stick away and let the contact from behind be body on body.
Bertrand. They've got one shorty already, and it came from Jack Hanna. Bertrand now a dozen on the shot clock. Swim move to the inside. Double team comes from Messenger, and they'll strip him of the ball. 15 seconds left for Saskatchewan. Will they go quick? A dozen. Palace is off the bench with speed. Church is out there as well.
They're holding Bouquet here.
Keenan going quick. They're trying to go. It's Keenan, a low to low. Kells with the save, and that's how quarter number 3 will come to a close. Saskatchewan up 12-8 on Las Vegas. It's casino night in Saskatoon. The Rush are rolling the dice and they lead by 4. 45 down, 15 to go. Get game day ready and shop your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise. Head to NLLstore.ca to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear today. A lot of Rush jerseys. The fans are starting to come back here. They know their team's 500 on the season, but they're 2 goals away from being 4-0, and they're buzzing tonight against the Las Vegas Desert Dogs.
As my old coach would say, it's just 2 shots. 2 shots away from being 4-0 in an alternate world. The Rush are 4-0, and I really think that if Mark Matthews had games like he's had tonight, 3-6, 9 points, this would be a 4-0 Rush club. Also, I gotta say too, Robert Church, 7 points. That's an average night. An average night for him. He's had 7 points per game this year, Cody, well on his way towards his career high for the Saskatchewan Rush.
Rush on the power play for the next 3:49. Messengers won 9 faceoffs this game. Clellan's won 12. Back underway for quarter number 4 as Kerr steps in on the strike for Clellan's. Rush power play going to work, 1 for 1 in the game. Robert Church had that goal in the opening quarter. Top 2 power plays in the NLL meeting here on Co-op Field this evening. Church and Matthews pass it back and forth. Palace, 10 on the shot clock. Church wants to drive, tries to go short side. Kells cut off that angle. Matthews has the rebound. 3 to shoot. Pass got knocked down by Reinhold. Now in transition, is Vegas going to run with it? Looks like Kirst wants another. Lines fires. He had Bouquet going the wrong way, and he hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah, he had some open space there, and also great job by Bobby Kidd III, looking like Sonic the Hedgehog with those kind of wheels to get back and create a second guess for the Vegas player.
Robert Church will slow things down here. Saskatchewan being outshot in this contest, 36-32, believe it or not. Matthews, inside flip. Church is there. He's got Kells dancing and he scores. Robert Church put Kells on rollerblades and he beats him on the power play.
So we can finally say it's an above average night for Robert Church now that he's got his 8th point of the night. 5 goals, 3 assists, 2 of them with the man advantage for Robert Church, having himself a night, all smiles on the bench. And you said it best, Cody. He looked like Bambi, the number of moves he was making. Kells going up, going down. Robert Church finally finds the spot betwixt the leg and the hand and has his 5th goal of the night, approaching sock trick territory. I got good socks on tonight. I don't want to throw them over, but if Bobby gets 6, they're coming. I've been wearing this at 7 in the morning. I feel bad for the fans below us if he gets the sock trick.
Fakes with the consistency of a fiddler's elbow. Robert Church has dialed it this evening. He's got 5, and Messenger has it still on the power play as it's former Rush Zach Greer sitting in the sin bin after a high hit on Jake Boudreau. Can the Rush pull away, or can Vegas's penalty kill, which was great against Vancouver last week, come through clutch? Matthews stopped by Kells. Rebound, he didn't know where it was for a second, but Ryan Keenan has the loose ball.
Slowing it down now after that reset, after Keenan picks up that loosey. Lots of time left here for the Rush on the power play.
Matthews walking in, Church is up top looking for number 6, and it's wide. Dinsdale comes down with it. Keenan, Church back to Dinsdale, low shot kicked out by Kells.
Looking for number 101 against the team in the same colors as the 101 Dalmatians from the film.
Ryan Keenan now over 300 points in his NLL regular season career.
That's good, right?
All in a Rush uniform. 2018 NLL champion, son of Saskatchewan Rush general manager Derek Keenan. Jack Hanna throws it up top. Bertrand, wrong side of the road, and he scores! Just sneaks through Alex Bouquet, and Charlie Bertrand, short-handed, gives Vegas their 9th goal of the game.
That's going to be another one that Alex Bouquet wants back. He's been so good this year. 800 save percentage, leading the league with a sub-10 goals, or not leading, he's 2nd in the league. That's the 2nd time I've done that tonight, Cody. I just love my Alex Bouquet. 2nd in the league with a sub-10 goals against average, but gets beat here. Didn't look like he quite had his feet set. Didn't look like he was quite expecting the shot from Bertrand. He was a little out of position. That allows it to go there, and that's Vegas' second shorthanded goal of the night. That one coming at a big time to keep this at a 4-goal spread.
Interesting to see Kirk step in at the line once again, and he wins this face-off with control. Penalty upcoming to Saskatchewan. Messenger now goes and lays a hit. Vegas wants another call. The coaches are on the bench asking for one.
I'm shocked there's not one.
As it looks like Kirst is down. I believe it was Messenger who hit him. Maybe a bit of a vulnerable position there.
That's one thing that the NLL, I know we watched a lot of videos in the offseason. They were talking about, it's almost like the defenseless receiver rule in football, and that's kind of what it looked like. So Messenger at least getting one here.
Saskatchewan penalty, 2 minutes, holding.
Doesn't look like Messenger's getting anything for that hit.
Well, he's getting the 2 for the, he's getting the 2 for the hold. But it looks like that hit looked like, I mean, it was a dangerous looking hit, as our officials are explaining to Tor Reinhold exactly why that wasn't a call. Reinhold does not look thrilled with the explanation as we get a second look here. Like, it looked like the head was the principal point of contact there. Even Messenger kind of reacted like he knew he got him. Like, Messenger, how many times have we seen him hit a guy big and stand up to the next guy that sees him? That time he kind of almost went, yeah, my bad on that, but he gets away without a penalty call.
4-on-4 for the next 52 seconds. Then Vegas will go to the power play. Jack Hanna has Hellier out there setting picks. Little behind the back flip. Got picked off by McClellan. Kyle Rubish, wearing the A, was the captain for the past couple of games in Saskatchewan. Now reverts back, and a note in front. Madronik tries to go around the world.
Madronik wanting to make his appearance on the SC Top 10 with a beautiful attempt. Great save there.
Rob Hellier will slow it down. 16 left in the penalty to Greer. 16 on the shot clock. Rouet on the run. Backs it up. Now he's going to cut around Beers. Pass intended for Hellier, got deflected, and now Jared Smith wants to run. Matthews off the bench, pass finds Matthews. Lintner's on the run there as well. Diving quick stick robbed by Kells.
Great save there by Kells as Lintner came out of nowhere, flying through the air.
Greer back the other way. Hellier quick stick, stopped by Bouquet.
Greer back at it. He's calling for the offense to get on the floor quick to take advantage of the man advantage.
On the power play, Rouet gets stopped. Kyle Rubish grabs another loose ball and he hands it over to Ryan Dilks.
Now if the Rush play it right here, they'll be able to kill off the short Vegas power play.
Well, you'd have to assume Ryan Keenan sits on it at the logo here with 10:23 left to go in quarter number 4. Saskatchewan up 13-9. Vegas still out shooting the Rush, though. Robert Church on the run. 2 defenders on him. Down to Keenan, 2 to shoot. Behind the back, bounces one into Kells.
Keenan nowhere else to go. Nice behind the back attempt. Kells, sometimes you can catch a goalie napping with those. Kells has been aware on the last 2 fancy attempts.
Well, he's been dialed in the second half, only allowed 3 goals. Very similar to the Vancouver game. Shaky first half, second half, Vegas locked it in. Zach Greer for Hanna. 6 to shoot. Bertrand up top. Phillips gets bulldozed by Messenger. As the shot clock expires, ball gets dumped down into the corner, and we head off to another TV timeout. 9:38 left to go in quarter number 4. Saskatchewan leads 13-9.
Alex Bouquet holds the second best goals against average in the league. Earlier this week, he talked about how it felt like a homecoming coming to the Rush, as he knew so many of his teammates since childhood. Tonight, letting in about 9 goals out of 40 shots. With Vegas, it's clear he's doing his part to help protect his house as the Rush lead 13-9 in the fourth quarter. You can hear more from Alex in this week's episode of the Rush Hour podcast.
Always a character, some of the best suits in the game. And like Sabine mentioned too, thanks a lot for that, Sabine. 9.29 goals against average for a man quickly becoming a fan favorite amongst Rush Nation.
Hashtag bathrobe bouquet. Get it trending. The big man's got some style. Brian Keenan has the ball. Rush offense going to work. Up by 4 here. Marshall Powless. Quiet game for him. The youngster back over to Keenan. Got the quick stick off, but he was off balance and probably didn't get everything behind it that he hoped for.
And again, Kells with a big athletic save, sliding to the knees to get out in front to stop that one.
Rob Hellier, guarded by Garland. Rouet, they'll swing it around and keep it hot. Greer for Bertrand, up top for Hellier. Rolls and tries to go low to low again on Bouquet. He beat him there earlier, not this time.
As Bouquet has stepped up, he figured out where they were going and has gone from there. Also, Mike Mallory, that was actually pretty impressive. Lost his mitt, stood in there, got it back to start off this offensive possession.
Well, Mouse is a tough one. Littner trying to go 5-hole again on Kells, and he's reading them like a book. Saskatchewan 8 straight in that second quarter. Landon Kells has locked it in this fourth quarter. Transition, Desert Ducks looking for a spark. Can they find it? Rob Hellier, their leader this season, for Rouet. Room to shoot, but he's far back. Finds an inside lane, and it's Bouquet with the chicken wing.
Another great save, Alex Bouquet. Both goalies have arrived, especially in this fourth quarter. Kells and Bouquet going save for save, keeping this one tight.
Church, the spin off for space. Matthews looking for someone to pass it to. Palace is there. We'll throw it on goal after a little bit of a fake pass. Kells with the save. Tor Reinhold has the rebound.
The number of times Kells has gone down looks like he's a hockey goalie.
In transition, Vegas will slow it down for a second. Zach Greer, well rested after that 5-minute major.
As you can tell, he looks fresh out there, Cody.
Bertrand driving Dilks. Stripped him of the ball for a second, but now Bertrand's got space. It's behind Bouquet, and it rolls to BK3.
Looked like Zach Greer was looking for a pass there. It's the old half pass, half shot, otherwise known as the Shas, going nearly beating Bouquet on that one.
Mark Matthews holds on to it. 10-point game for him. Clellan now stays out of the crease, and his one-arm pass got knocked down by Lintner. Little lackadaisical, and Dan Lintner on the back check. Got a piece of it.
And with only 6:55 left, Vegas needs goals in a hurry here. Down 4, can't be making that mistake.
Lintner now for Keenan. Madronic's in the middle. Austin Madronic, 28 multi-point games in junior with the Victoria Shamrocks. And now a call's coming on Saskatchewan, and the Rush penalty kill, which was 56% this season coming into the game, has to go back to work.
Saskatchewan calling number 2 minutes, holding.
If you want a clear example of what a hold is in lacrosse, that play by Ryan Keenan, about as cut and dry as you can get. I even think Ryan knew it as soon as he did it. He just got his arm around as Conrad Chapman's trying to go up the floor. Ryan knew it. He looked skyward. It was one of those, he was already walking to the box. He knew he was the guilty party on that one.
Once your elbow's around their coconut, you know it's going to be a call. Jack Hanna up top on this power play. Greer's off to the side. Hellier was down there, and he heard the footsteps of Bierce. Hanna, room to shoot, tries to go up high. It's wide, and it's going to bounce back above the restraining line. Hanna now lofts an alley-oop up. Had Greer. Hellier walks in to shoot up top. Hanna with the shot. Bouquet with the save. Rebound, scoop back, and Rouet settles it down. Fresh 30 clock. Zach Greer. Couple of veterans is him and Hellier. pass it across. Reed Reinhold now. Pass got deflected right to Hellier in tight, and he's stopped by Bouquet.
Great save with the left arm of Alex Bouquet to deny Hellier.
Now up to 34 saves in tight. Greer's quick stick goes high and one. Behind the net, Rubich is all over it, and Beers will scoop it in the crease.
Huge loose ball by Matt Beers there as the Rush penalty killers had been out for an entire minute. They need a change. They need some rest.
Matt Beers with 5 loose balls in this game. Marshall Powless now will flip it up top to Dinsdale.
It's one of those passes, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, you're seeing the bench.
Robert Church looking for 6, runs into a triple team, and that won't work.
Don't have to take my good socks off, Cody.
Tor Reinhold, former Rush, had 30 loose balls coming into this game, the Limestone product. Lets the power play get back on the floor. They've got 25 seconds on the man advantage until Ryan Keenan comes out of the sin bin. Hellier back for Greer. Ruiz in tight, tries a twister. He bounces it a few feet wide. Greer, 4 to shoot. Low one goes off of Bobby Kidd III's calves and into the corner.
Bobby Kidd has been having a rough night. Couple blocks, couple tweaks, but he's stepping up here for the Rush.
Saskatchewan up 13-9, 7 seconds left on the penalty to Ryan Keenan, but down the stretch we go at the SaskTel Center.
And our turning point tonight, well, it was the Saskatchewan Rush, their big boys showing up here. Matthews and Church, the Vegas Desert Dogs not ready for the duo of Church and Matthews. That tonight is your Fanatics turning point as both those guys showed up to play against the Vegas Desert Dogs, especially Mark Matthews, who only had 4 on the season. He's got 3 and 6 tonight. Robert Church, 1 away from a sock trick.
This is Saskatchewan, a man down, and the double team comes on Messenger. They work on that almost every time they're together as a group, and it's executed perfectly. The bouncer and the escape back to even strength. 13-9 the score, 45-40 the shots. Matthews dunk attempt stopped by Kells.
Matthews looked like he had a moment of hesitation. You could tell he was coming in. Kells not happy with his dunk attempt, giving it to the officials. I don't think he liked getting hit by Matthews' stick on the follow-through.
I think you are exactly correct, John Fraser. This is Rob Hellier, the 2011 NLL champion. Well, he played in the 2015 finals too, but probably one he wants to forget as the Rush beat him back 8 years ago. On the run, Bertrand down the middle, and he throws it into the logo of Bouquet.
Alex Bouquet's had a lot of big saves. That one was an easier one of them all as Bertrand had nowhere to go but that big R on the neon green logo.
And we all know Vegas isn't out of this. 4 goals in 4 minutes, not crazy at all.
And Vegas, I like, already putting the pressure on, trying to create a turnover, trying to get those extra possessions. They are going to need them here. Interested to see. Rush got to be aware of where the shot clock is on these next few possessions.
Marshall Powless winds, fires, and scores. There's your cushion. It's in the back of the net. Saskatchewan leads.
Las Vegas, if they wanted to come back, could not give up that goal there. Marshall Powless, the young man, 4 goals on the year coming into tonight. He's got his 5th of the season. Little quiet tonight. He's a high-skill offensive player. He does things with the ball in his stick that I've seen few people do, especially for such a young player. Right there's a great example of his skill. He's got a little spot over Kell's right shoulder, picks the corner. He's done that so well early on in his career. And there he is, and I see him wearing, looks like underneath he's wearing an orange shirt, and I love to see that as well from Marshall Powless.
Clellan gonna get chalked up with a face-off win against Bobby Kidd III in Vegas, now trailing by 5. Feels like some of the wind came out of the sails on that bench, but we'll see how they respond. It's Hellier. hit the third, got flattened, tries to go 5-hole on Bouquet, and he closes the wickets.
They've been going low on Alex Bouquet. That seems to be the note, but he's been up to the task, especially here in the fourth quarter. And Mark Matthews, another assist. Just a cool 10-point night so far for Mr. Matthews.
Up to 11 now.
He's 11. He was at 10. Wow.
Hotter than fish grease. Mark Matthews is lighting up the SaskTel Center. Dan Lintner now tries to go up top on Kells, and the pass by Matthews got picked off.
That's the key to good fish, Cody, is the hot oil. You got it right there, my friend.
Kirst, good to see him back up and going. Hands the pass off, and Phillips scores. He let it fly from North Battleford over the shoulder of Bouquet, and Vegas has 10.
Right as they're starting, the 1, 2, 3 count, the shoulder flies off the mat as John Phillips scores from distance, keeping the Vegas Desert Dogs in this one, down 4 with 2:15 left. Phillips, you have to know right here, Vegas is going to take a shot attempt with time left on the clock. They're not going to slow it down. They need a pile of goals. They need them quick. So you have to be a little more aware here that shot's coming, as you said, from North Battleford, from distance. So Bouquet's got to be aware. The Rush got to be aware. Shots are going to come fast and furious here in the last 2:15.
Well, as John Williams told us this morning, their motto, 12 rounds. They're in a boxing mentality. You see it with their Player of the Game award. They got the boxing gloves and the drapes to match. Well, 12 rounds. That's what they break the game up into, and it's not over yet. Down by 4. Here's Tinsdale. Probably going to try eat the rest of the shot clock if they can. Boudreau up for Matthews. Fake to run in. That brings the defense inside, and it's going to allow that defender and the fourth forward to head right to the bench. But it's Matthews to score. The bouncer sneaks through. He's got 12 points and 4 goals in this game.
He has just doubled his goal total from the entire season so far. Came in with 4. He's got 4 and 8 assists tonight. That one a backbreaker for the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Kells has had a great game tonight. Definitely wants the last 2 back here. As Matthews, you knew the shot was coming. Kells looks skyward as Matthews just goes betwixt the pantaloons for his 4th goal of the night. Watch out, league. Mark Matthews has refound his scoring touch.
12 points for the mailman in Saskatchewan now. 95 seconds left to go in regulation. Trying to lock it down defensively. They average 10 goals against per game so far this season. Well, that's what Vegas has put up on them as well. Zach Greer tries to go high to high. Bouquet at the top of his arc makes that save.
Yeah, Alex Bouquet, that's his strength, going up high. I don't think he's been beat up high tonight, Cody. I'd have to see a replay of all 10. But again, having a great game for Alex Bouquet. Big save there. And you got to think it's all but curtains now for the Vegas Desert Dogs.
Messenger stands on the logo as we run down into the final minute of play. And I will remind you, since it's not on the scoreboard, Vegas 49 shots on goal. Saskatchewan's only got 42. As Matronik tried to get that shot off, but he was stuck in a telephone booth.
He couldn't change into Superman quick enough. He's got 3, so he's pretty close to it, Cody.
What a game for the rookie. This is the best game I've seen him play all season long. Hands down, no doubt. Hanna whips it across the floor. Bertrand, spin move. Beers keeps him on the outside. Greer will fire, and I believe that got Bouquet the pose and the netting above the glass.
Alex Bouquet, another big save there, right when, of course, they need it.
Bertrand bouncer ends up in row 17 with 17 seconds left to go in quarter number 4.
And now, you know, especially down 5, I do like the Vegas mentality, still bringing out the double team, still trying to cause the turnover, which they do there, Cody. The last 10 seconds to go here at SaskTel Center.
Well, Roy has it, but we'll let Rush Nation take you home. Saskatchewan goes to 3-2 with a 15-10 win over the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Bouquet was stellar. Mark Matthews phenomenal. And an all-round team effort gets it done after a rough first quarter.
Yeah, first quarter wasn't great for this team, but Church 5, Matthews 4, the rookie Madronic with 3, Keenan and Dinsdale also getting in on the fun. Great performance by the Rush tonight.
NLL Postgame Live is coming up next. Final score from the SaskTel Center, 15-10 Rush. The National Lacrosse League is presented by Alterna Savings Credit Union. Visit alterna.ca to discover the credit union difference. By NLLstore.ca, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. And by Guaranteed Rate. Now more than ever, you need the best. The NLL postgame live from the SaskTel Center on Treaty 6 territory. It's Cody Jans and John Fraser with you. Rush win on Casino Night, 15-10 your final score. Couple of incredible performances. Mark Matthews with a dozen points. Robert Church with 5 goals. But who stuck out to me with really timely goals? Austin Madronic.
Yes, we've been high on this rookie. We've been talking about what the Harvard product was going to do for this team. To me tonight, he looked like he belongs as an NLL pro. We knew he had the talent. I think it was just a matter of coming up with the confidence. He had the confidence tonight, had his first career hat trick. Great night for the young man. And really, if he gets going and Mark Matthews is going, it's all good for Rush fans going forward here, Cody.
Alex Bouquet strong between the pipes as well, but as the NLL unites,
yes,
it's an initiative of Every Child Matters, and supporting that, we heard Marshall Palace talk about how meaningful it is to him. We saw him wearing the orange shirt under his gear today. Just give me your thoughts as this initiative continues over the next few weeks.
Well, you look and you try to internalize it when you heard everything that happened. Just awful, awful, awful time in the history of Canada, and you hear what it means to our Indigenous players, and of course lacrosse being a game created by the Indigenous people, and it's great to see the league realizing that. We're not just doing this as a night. We're not just, throwing on some orange. We're fundraising. We're doing this for a few weeks. I can't say enough good things about this initiative and everything the teams in the league is doing.
Well said. It was special to wear the orange ties, the pins this evening, and at the SaskTel Center, it was a special night. The Saskatchewan Rush moved to 3-2. They get above 500, and for Las Vegas, well, they fall to 1-5, but the Desert Dogs put up a fight. End of the day, little too much firepower on that Rush side. Madronic with a hat trick. Robert Church with 5 goals. Matthews with 12 points. Saskatchewan victorious at home. 15-10 your final score. For myself, Cody Jans and John Fraser, Sabina Mott, the entire NLL production team, have a great evening.